In this episode of Georgia Live, we are going to Kakheti, Georgia's main wine-producing region in the country's east. Wine grapes have been cultivated in these lands for 8,000 years, which makes Kakheti, archaeologists say, the cradle of wine.
104 endemic varieties of grapes grow at the Alaverdi Monastery of St. George, which traces its history back to the 6th century. The unique Georgian way of making wine was passed on by the Orthodox monks through the ages.
Winemaking began here from the very first days of the monastery. In Georgia, wine is a tradition dating back to primitive times. It plays an important role in Christian liturgy, and even before Christianity in ancient times, it was an essential part of people's daily lives.
What makes Georgian wine unique are the kevevries, large clay vessels used for the fermentation and storage of wine since ancient times. Even though kevevries are buried below ground level, old masters still decorated the surface with their signature patterns. It is a sign of special reverence. Lately, the monastery embraced the modern technologies, but it keeps making some of its renowned wine the old way.
Traditionally, grapes are pressed by feet in this vessel made of a whole tree trunk. This one is very old, but it's still in usable condition. And now we're in the wine cellar hall, where we make the traditional Kakheti kevevri wine. You see, the kevevries are buried in the floor, covered with flat stones. And when they're filled with wine, we seal them with fresh clay and cover them with sand to control the moisture.
Each village in Kakheti's fertile valleys makes its unique wine. This living heritage is perpetuated in songs and poems, arts and crafts. The walled town of Sinagi, restored to its 18th century beauty, is known as a city of love and a city of craftsmen. For David, a local woodcarver, grapevines are a symbolic thread that ties all the generations together.
In Georgian culture, vineyard is the most important thing. For a peasant, his grapevine comes first, and only next comes the family. That's what our ancestors said.
This special attitude lived through many ordeals in Georgia's history, with waves of invaders trying to uproot the cherished tradition of growing vines. It survived and remains as strong as ever. A family vineyard is not just wine. By dipping a thread of walnuts in thickened grape juice, the locals make chochela, the delicious all-natural candy invented in Kakheti.
Chochelas are good for your health, and they're more nutritious than bread. At the harvest season, each family makes 500–600 chochelas.
After a couple of weeks of sun drying, the sweets are ready. Dry grapevines make the best charcoals for shishik, the main dish at any gathering and a symbol of Georgian hospitality, just like the wine from the kevevri family.
Grapes go in here with the skins and seeds, which later are removed, and the kevevries locked until spring.
And when the wine is ready, each proud Kakhetian will assure you it is the best in the world.
Let us drink to love on earth. May heavens make our lives happy and long. Wine is a gift that God gives us through the work of men to make our hearts happy, our bodies strong, and our souls pure.
This was Kakheti. In the next episode of Georgia Live, we'll take a trip to Georgia's Black Sea party capital, Batumi. See you there.